Hi team, it's Mike Strada, and today we'll explore the power of the ROI Calculator, a vital tool in your arsenal that will quantitatively demonstrate potential returns of marketing initiatives. Let's take a look at how this calculator works. We'll start with a real example. A current customer invests approximately $100,000 a month, which produces an average of 16 revenue conversions per month, each averaging approximately $60,000 in lifetime value, or what we call LTV. Let's start by zeroing out the Galileo lift here so that we can examine the raw figures first. And as we can see, the current ROI is 9.6 times with annual revenues of approximately 11.2 million. The typical challenge is that the customer doesn't know exactly which tactics are producing that revenue. Among dozens of options of ongoing efforts, it is difficult to see which ones are at 15 to 20 ROI and which ones are at 0 and negative in order to net out at that 9.6. Now, let's demonstrate the expected lift from using Galileo. We see an average of 37% increase in efficiency across all channels and initiatives. So when we add 37% here, we see that the metrics shift across the board as ROI shifts, as does revenue. By focusing on what works and reducing waste, we can calculate the benefit of leveraging higher quality data. For a great example of this, see our case example on breaking bias. A few notes here on ROI. Marketers frequently use ROI, ROMI, and what's called ROAS to measure success. And it's important to note that they're very different. ROI is a general term, which normally is used to describe the net figure after costs are subtracted, giving you a return. Same is true for return on marketing investment, or what we call ROMI, a more specific version of ROI, which seeks to account for all marketing costs, working and non-working, against a net return. On the other hand, return on ad spend, or ROAS, is slightly different and generally uses a top-line figure to examine and compare the effectiveness of ad campaigns or initiatives against each other. This is beneficial because ROAS isolates market performance of campaigns and initiatives in order to compare them against each other. This ignores how well the company turns those initiatives into net profit. That is important because when measuring campaigns against each other, how the company converts it into a net figure is irrelevant. In any case, you can accommodate any of these in the ROI calculator just by adding your inputs. Here, invested capital and revenue per conversion here. The calculated ROI will be true for both. Just be able to discuss these differences with your team if it comes up. The goal is to have a meaningful ballpark figure for a realistic conversation about campaign efficacy and to help stakeholders reach their goals. Remember, we're always here to assist in answering any questions. With Galileo, success is now a science, and helping you leverage the ROI calculator as a powerful tool in RevOps.